Have you ever woken up in the morning and realized that everything in front of you looked blurry? As if a thin layer of mist were covering the familiar world around you. You rub your eyes, blink repeatedly, wait a few minutes, yet the text on your phone still appears smeared. Headlights at night seem harsher and more glaring, forcing you to squint and tighten your grip on the steering wheel. Many people reassure themselves by saying, "It's just aging. It happens to everyone." But is that really true? What surprises many people is that after the age of 60, the eyes do not simply weaken in a natural way. They become more vulnerable to silent damage. Problems such as chronic dry eye, cataracts, or macular degeneration can progress quietly for years without you even noticing. You can still read, still watch TV, still go about your daily routine, until one day you find yourself holding the newspaper farther away, turning on brighter lights, or needing more time to clearly recognize the faces of your loved ones. What is most concerning is that much of the vision decline does not happen while you are awake. It occurs while you sleep. At the very moment you believe your body is resting and recovering, the retina, the most light-sensitive tissue in the eye, may not be receiving enough oxygen and essential nutrients. The cells that help you see fine details begin to weaken, slowly but steadily. And by the time you realize it, the damage may have been building for far too long. But this is the crucial question that millions of people ask themselves every day. Is there a natural way to support and protect your vision while you sleep, without relying entirely on medication or costly interventions? To answer that, we must first understand the true root causes that may be quietly affecting your eyes every single night. So what is really happening inside your eyes when your vision begins to decline? Many people turn to eye drops, stronger prescription glasses, or even consider laser surgery in hopes of restoring the clarity they have lost. These solutions can sometimes bring temporary improvement, but they often address only the surface of the problem. The feeling of dryness may ease, images may appear slightly sharper. Yet the deeper damage continues to unfold, slowly and almost invisibly. One of the biggest culprits is oxidative stress. As we age, the cells in the retina are exposed to increasing levels of free radicals. These unstable molecules attack cellular structures, weakening the eye's ability to transmit visual signals. At the same time, low-grade chronic inflammation can persist. It does not cause obvious pain or send you rushing to the hospital, but over time it gradually erodes the function of the delicate tissues that allow you to see fine details clearly. Blood circulation to the retina can also decline. The tiny capillaries responsible for delivering oxygen and nutrients begin to work less efficiently. Imagine a city experiencing power shortages at night. Critical systems keep trying to operate, but there simply isn't enough energy for proper maintenance and repair. Your eyes function in a similar way. When oxygen levels drop, the natural recovery processes are disrupted. Another important factor is glycation, a process that is rarely discussed yet potentially very harmful. When excess sugar in the bloodstream binds to proteins in the lens and retina, it forms compounds that cloud the eye's normally transparent structures and weaken the light-sensing cells. What is particularly concerning is that all of these mechanisms tend to become most active at night, precisely when the eyes should be undergoing their deepest restoration. The good news is that modern nutritional science is opening a promising new direction. Certain familiar fruits contain natural compounds that may help combat oxidative stress, improve retinal circulation, and support the recovery of visual cells while you sleep. And from here, we will begin exploring the first fruits that could make a meaningful difference for your eye health. So if nighttime nutrition can make a difference, the next question is, where should you begin? Interestingly, the solution does not lie in expensive or hard-to-find foods. It may already be sitting right in your kitchen. Let's start with some familiar fruits that hold surprisingly powerful benefits for protecting the retina and reducing blurry, dry vision. First is kiwi. Small and slightly fuzzy on the outside, yet inside it contains meaningful amounts of lutein and zeaxanthin, two compounds often described as the retina's natural filters. While you sleep, they help absorb the buildup of blue light exposure from the day and support the repair of light-sensing cells. Many people notice that when they consistently include kiwi in their evening routine, morning eye dryness becomes less intense and the time it takes to see clearly becomes shorter. Next is watermelon. With more than 90% water, it not only helps hydrate the body, but also provides lycopene, a powerful antioxidant linked to protecting retinal cells from damage. When circulation improves, the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to the eyes during sleep can also increase. This may explain why some people feel their morning vision is more stable when they maintain the habit of eating watermelon before bedtime. Then comes black currant, a fruit with a deep purple color that almost appears black. This rich hue comes from anthocyanins, plant pigments known to support blood flow to the optic nerve and enhance the eye's ability to adapt to low-light environments. For those who often notice halos around headlights or struggle to see clearly in dim rooms, this could be a particularly worthwhile option to consider. Finally, in this group is wild blueberry. Smaller, darker, and typically richer in antioxidants than many common varieties of blueberry. It contains compounds that help protect photoreceptor cells, reduce eye fatigue, and support the ability to perceive fine details more clearly. But these are only the beginning. There are still even more powerful fruits to explore, ones that target deeper circulation and the central field of vision more directly. The fruits you've just heard about can help reduce eye dryness, improve visual clarity, and gently support retinal protection in a way that is both subtle and effective. However, if you want to go deeper, not just address occasional blurriness, but also support the critical structures that determine long-term vision, then it's time to move toward more powerful choices. This is where things begin to get truly interesting. Let's start with red-fleshed dragon fruit. On the outside, it may look like nothing more than a visually striking tropical fruit, but inside it contains a group of antioxidants known as betalains. These compounds are associated with supporting the production of nitric oxide in the body. And nitric oxide is the key that helps tiny capillaries relax and widen, allowing blood to circulate more efficiently. When this happens while you sleep, the retina may receive greater amounts of oxygen and essential nutrients. Imagine your eyes as a garden that needs watering at night. If the flow is restricted, the plants gradually weaken. But when circulation is restored, deeper and more effective repair can take place. Many people notice that when they add red dragon fruit to their evening routine, the heavy, tired feeling in their eyes upon waking begins to ease. Their ability to distinguish contrast in low-light conditions may also improve. This is not simply a subjective sensation. It reflects a subtle biological process unfolding at the level of capillaries and visual nerve cells. Next comes goji berry, a name that has been associated with eye health in traditional medicine for thousands of years. What makes goji berries especially relevant today is their naturally high content of zeaxanthin. Unlike many nutrients that are distributed more broadly throughout the retina, zeaxanthin concentrates heavily in the macula, the region responsible for central vision, reading, facial recognition, and the perception of fine color detail. When this area weakens, everyday life can change in profound ways. Supporting the macula is not just about seeing clearly today. It is an investment in maintaining independence in the future. Recent research suggests that regular consumption of goji berries may help increase the density of protective pigments in the macula, potentially slowing age-related vision decline. For many older adults, this represents a genuinely hopeful insight. Yet even when circulation improves and the macula is supported, there remains another silent mechanism that can cloud vision from within: one that very few people recognize. And that is precisely why we now need to talk about the fruit that ranks number 1. And this is the moment many people have been waiting for. After discussing circulation, retinal oxygen supply, and macular protection, there is still another silent enemy that can gradually blur vision from within. A process known as glycation. This happens when excess sugar in the bloodstream binds to proteins in the lens and retina, forming compounds that reduce the eye's natural transparency. What makes it so concerning is that it develops slowly, without pain or clear warning signs. Until one day you realize the world in front of you is no longer as sharp as it once was. And for that very reason, the fruit that ranks number 1 on this list is papaya. Papaya is not exotic or expensive, yet when used correctly in the evening, it may help address one of the underlying factors linked to age-related vision decline. The enzyme papain, found in papaya, is associated with supporting inflammatory balance and helping the body process altered proteins. At the same time, papaya provides a powerful trio of nutrients: vitamins A, C, and E. These vitamins play important roles in protecting retinal cells from oxidative stress and supporting the stability of the tear film, which can help you wake up with more comfortable eyes. But simply knowing which fruit is beneficial is not enough. How you eat it can determine the real effectiveness. There are 5 important principles to remember. First, avoid consuming it at the same time as calcium-rich foods such as milk or yogurt. Calcium may interfere with the absorption of certain eye-supportive nutrients. Second, add a small amount of healthy fat, such as a few walnuts or slices of avocado. Many antioxidants are fat-soluble and require this environment for optimal absorption. Third, wash fruit gently. Vigorous scrubbing can remove valuable compounds concentrated near the skin. Fourth, eat it at room temperature. Natural enzymes in papaya and other fruits tend to function more effectively when they are not too cold. And finally, consume it about 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime. This is considered a golden window that allows nutrients to be ready to support the eye's deeper restorative processes overnight. Imagine waking up one morning and being able to clearly see the face of a loved one without squinting. You read longer without fatigue. You drive at night with greater confidence. Seeing more clearly is not just about vision. It is about independence, quality of life, and the feeling that you still have control over your own future. If you found this information helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel right now. Turn on notifications so you won't miss upcoming videos about simple, natural solutions to protect your health and maintain mental clarity as you grow older. And share this video with someone over 60 whom you care about. Sometimes a small change can create a truly meaningful difference.